We've often heard from experts here on our podcast how digital transformation becomes a people problem rather than a technology challenge, which we're a technology company ourselves. So, we like to drive technology into organizations. But it's interesting how many times we hear that technology is going to be part of the solution, but organizational change is where they find the biggest problems arise. In your experience, do you agree that a cultural shift within the organization is more difficult than the technology side of the deployments and initiatives?
Absolutely, David. I completely agree with that. And I think, we need to take a look at the bigger picture, because the people side of transformation does not just involve culture. Culture is one element of it, the organizational culture and kind of the readiness of the company to take on these changes. But there's a much bigger picture around the people side of transformation. So from an external perspective, we look at your customers. Customers for any organization, whether it's a B2B or B2C organization, your customers drive the type of changes you need to be making in the company. And if you look at your customer base today, people are used to utilizing technology in almost every part of their life. Whether it's, the way they consume entertainment, to the way they consume food, groceries, to the way they engage with one another, to the kind of work that we're doing today, with the significant increase in online collaboration and work from home technologies that we've seen through the COVID period. So there's been this shift in the market where consumers have adopted a wide range of technologies into their daily lives. And companies need, they expect almost the same sort of engagement and the hyper-personalization that they're getting from all these other digital touch points. They expect that from almost every company that they deal with. They don't care whether it's a financial service institution or a retailer. They want this hyper-personalized, seamless, continuous interaction with these organizations. And this is where the triggers for transformation comes, because companies that are able to understand these people and their new behavior patterns, they will be the ones who will be able to drive transformation initiatives successfully in the company. And then you have the internal element of people, which is your employees, your leadership teams, the people executing on these projects, and they make or break transformation in any company. So really looking at the leadership buy-in, the leadership ownership of these types of initiatives to say, this is our vision. We're heading towards a digital, physical, hybrid environment where we want to engage with our customers on these platforms. We want to create a digitally enabled organization. So to kind of provide this vision and steering for the entire organization in terms of direction. And this includes the board members of any organization. If you think about a larger company that has advisory boards or even directorships, they need to help drive these transformations as well. Are we being aggressive enough with our targets? Are we assessing the right projects? Are we taking on the right technology implementation? So there's a lot of people element throughout the organization. And then you have within the employee base as well, people being ready to not just implement these solutions, but use them as well. And we frequently forget the people that are in our company are also the people who are our customers. And in their personal life, they may have adopted quite a lot of technology, and then they come into the office environment and they're dealing sometimes with infrastructure that's 20, 30 years old. And there's a certain disconnect. And I think your employee base is probably your first touch point to your customers. They're the best users to test out new technologies. They're the best people to give you feedback on, are you heading in the right direction? Do these things really work for your organization? And so there's a lot of people element around this. And organizations tend to, what we've experienced, they tend to focus on marketing technology, for example. They tend to focus on technology implementation, focusing on the actual technology that they want to implement and not the people behind that technology. And this is where we feel bringing in the people side of transformation is a very, very critical element.
Yeah, I mean, there can be enormous value being proven in spaces of shock in comparison with insurance. Let's talk about your conference. Was the conference